Hi, I'm Tiffany, and this is The Balanced Life, Redefine Success, Redefine Fail. And in this video, I'm going to be talking more about relationships, but this one is about pruning relationships. Some distractions and diversions are helpful when you're going through difficult times, but too much of it will destroy your primary relationship. And I don't think we always think about that and think about the impact on our families that some of these relationships have. So the first one is our relationship with social media, the internet, and outsiders of any kind. So whether it's influencers that you're watching, whether it's videos that you're watching to try to learn things, whether it's binge watching your latest craze series, your relationship with social media and TV, well, that kind of feeds into the second one, needs to be pruned so that you can strengthen your remaining family relationship. Number two, escapism, especially with TV and hobbies. If you find yourself involved more with television and hobbies than you are with your family members, then it's time to prune. There comes a time in a season, like when our kids got to be in late high school, they were busy with work and homework and things. And so I may not have as much time with them, but I also wasn't spending a lot of time staring at the television, making them feel like I was unavailable. They knew that I was available to them. At least I tried to make that clear to them. And if I missed it, it was my fault and it's unfortunate. But I did not involve myself in a lot of other activities when my kids were at home. I would do those things when they were gone, when they were at work, when they were at class, things like that. But I made myself available to my kids as much as I could. I didn't get dysfunctional about it, but we need to work on developing those relationships with our kids and family members, which means pruning escapism, especially when we're going through trying times, because we will try to escape into these things to help ourselves and leave our kids to their own devices instead of being there to find out if they're doing okay and help them with what they might be experiencing as fallout. If you haven't seen my earlier video this week, go back to my channel and see some of my other talks where I said things to try to build your kids up during these difficult times when money is tight or things are stressful. Number three is actually pruning relationship with friends. Again, you can use friends as escapism. You may have friends who meet an emotional need that you're not getting within your family. Just make sure that it is not getting out of balance. Especially when it comes to being a parent and a spouse, we need to remember that our highest priority is, yes, feeding ourselves, but it's also our spouse and our kids. And if we have a friend, especially if it's a needy friend and not one who's building us up, but is actually drawing out of us, we need to balance that against our families. We can't allow the needs of a friend to become a dysfunctional relationship that pulls us. And this would also be extended family members, parents and siblings who always have a need that's always pulling you away from your highest priority, which is your husband, kids, and your own recharging. And number four, this is a tough one, especially when something's difficult, is pursuit of X. Whether it's money, fame, success, meaning, prestige, respect, any of those things, our pursuit of those outside things to the point where that becomes all-consuming. This is something that I fall prey to. I am a person who has a very literal way of thinking, and I fixate on specific topics. And I have to be very aware. I wasn't aware of it until a few years ago that I have a specific bend for a few reasons in this direction. But I would fixate on something at the expense of other things. So not pursuing this specific need and then completely forgetting that you need to nurture these other areas. So make sure that your kids and your significant other feel heard and included in your life. We can get to a place where we want so much to escape that we abandon those who are the most important to us, and then we live with regret. You need to be willing to prune, or you face possible regrets later. So consider right now, are you doing things to try to improve life or to try to escape life? And if it's to escape, think about whether your kids also feel that inclination. And remember, as parents, we need to be the people to help build and support our kids. Don't leave them alone to support themselves on the internet or using these other things, games, social media, etc., to try to build up something that we should be putting into our kids. And likewise with our spouse. Show the love and respect to our spouse that we want in our own lives. There's a great book called Love and Respect, which I'll talk about at some point. The author is Emerson Eggerichs. You can find it online. It's a Christian book. This has revolutionized my marriage almost as much as For Women Only and For Men Only, written by Shaunti Feldham. She wrote that book probably more than a decade ago. But those two books helped me to understand my husband better and help him understand me better so that we can communicate better. And there is also this same series in dealing with your kids. So that is about pruning relationships with social media, with escapism, with friends, and with pursuit of whatever. So I hope you've gotten something out of this. Please like, share, and click the bell. But put in the comments below some of the things that you've been doing so that we can learn from each other. We are fellow travelers, and I love learning from you. And so I look forward to hearing from you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.